Well, there we go. Well, June 24? You're not sure, eh? June 24. I looked at it about 5 minutes ago, which means my memory loss is consistent. Anyhow, I would like to point out that today, or last night rather, the Iranians said they were going to shoot down more US drones if the drones flew into their space. That's a bunch of horse shit, because I'm quite sure the fucking Russians, the Russians, let's keep it polite, are quite thrilled that their very expensive anti-missile, anti-aircraft missile system is being used for shooting down rather low-cost drones. They're meant for fighter aircraft, right? So, and the Americans, I got a funny hunch that the Americans put that drone in that space deliberately. Because what the hell is it doing over there? They could have got a regular patrol plane to do that, and up a lot higher too. So, I don't know, sometimes things aren't what they seem. When you shoot down a drone or any other aircraft using the modern systems, the Americans want to learn everything they can about the anti-aircraft system they're going up against. And that is, every time it goes, they paint a signature. Data is collected. And if they actually do go on a raid, they'll know what that system is going to behave like and how to counteract it. It's called counter-electronic warfare. And here comes that kid on this getaway thing. Yeah, she's quite good at it. Anyways. Okay, Straight to Hormuz, Part 2, Drones, Part 2. July 24th. No, June 24th, 2019. And this is a sequence of the memory logs. Anyways, I was looking at those drones. Like I said, I think the Americans wanted to let it go down, because it was a pretty old drone, right? And they put it in a really bad spot, and I'm sitting there going, why would they have a drone over the frickin' water? Usually those types of drones are going in after on missions, right? And usually they're flying low. This one's up kind of like everybody saw it, right? And the Iranians shot it down. Which explains why the Americans didn't. They're just about to produce a raid, and Trump wanted to raid until they probably found out it was the Americans sucker punched it. Now, why would they have it flying into bad space? Well, because, like I said before, counter. The anti-aircraft radars, the sensors, get a hit on it. American Electronics watches them activate, target, and hit. And so the Americans understand they can develop anti-aircraft. Anti-aircraft? Yeah, anti-aircraft strategy. Like, they'll figure out how it's shot up, what countermeasures you can take, whether it's jets or whatever. Does it paint by radar and targeting? So that was kind of an easy shoot down, right? I'm quite sure the freaking Russians are just pissed right off. Oh, man, I would be using a stupid S-400 anti-aircraft missile systems shoot down a freaking American drone. Oh, when it should have been shot down by another aircraft, by a piloted aircraft. Because it shows a lot of things about what kind of enemy you're up against. It also points out exactly where that anti-aircraft battery is located. And by understanding where that one's located, they might move it, but in the grand scheme of things, if you're in an anti-aircraft war and you're trying to establish targets, the enemy's going to have a pattern, right? That they'll set up in a certain spot in a certain way. And then when you go up, you look for it, boom, 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 Bob's your uncle, and they can take countermeasures. They did this in Vietnam. The Americans did this in Vietnam quite effectively, by the way. It's called the Wild Weasels. They have a small squadron. They sneak in right ahead of the raid. And they're just ahead of the raid, really low level. And so when the anti-aircraft radars pick up, all of a sudden they're painted, what they call painted, identified, located, and so your anti-aircraft go in and oh, the Russians must be ticked. The Russians must say, you don't do that with our friggin' system. Because the American, it's like plain as day. And it fools everybody. Makes Trump look tough or weak or whatever. But if it comes to a shooting match, the Americans are going to wipe them right out.